Donald Trump's supporters love to compare him to Jesus. You know, around Easter of this year, they like multiple Trump supporters and right-wing pundits compared Donald Trump's plight to that of Jesus Christ. But Donald Trump himself this week decided to take a different route. He did want to stick with the, holy comparisons, but he didn't want to go as far as to compare himself to Jesus. So instead, he compared himself to Mother Theresa, telling reporters outside the courtroom that even Mother Theresa couldn't beat these charges. As if Mother Theresa had ever been accused of paying a hush money payment to a porn star that she had an affair with and then illegally ran it as a business expense. So not really much of a comparison there. Pretty sure Mother Teresa never did that. I mean, granted, I don't know everything about her life, so I'm willing to bet she didn't do that. But here's what Trump told reporters. I would say, in listening to the judges, as you know, very conflicted and corrupt because of the conflict, and very, very clearly, Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. So, right there, I think Donald Trump realized, wait a minute. If I'm saying somebody else who's a holy, better than me person can't beat these charges, that must mean these charges are pretty damn good. And they presented some good evidence. So at that point, Donald Trump tried to backtrack on that, and he said, these charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged. The whole country's a mess between the borders and fake elections, and you have a trial like this where the judge is so conflicted he can't breathe. He's got to do his job, and it's not for me that I can tell you. It's a disgrace. And I mean that Mother Teresa kidnapping, those charges, we'll see. We'll see how we do. None of that made any sense. But I'm reading you this quote, word for word, of what he said, and they're not even complete sentences at the end. Because he realizes how bad he screwed up by saying, hell, even Mother Teresa couldn't beat these charges, right? I mean, yeah. But here's what he's actually doing, aside from comparing himself to a very holy person. He's trying to prepare his base for a conviction. That's what this is all about. Donald Trump is making it clear to his base that, yes, I'm going to be convicted of something. And honestly, just the law of averages, you're facing 34 different criminal charges. You're probably going to be hit with at least one or two. You're not going to get away with all 34 counts. I mean, the chances of that are just slim to none at this point, especially given the evidence against you. But he's preparing his base to accept the fact that he gets convicted, but not because he's guilty, because the whole thing is rigged against him, right? The judge is so corrupt he can't breathe. Well, Judge Merchan didn't seem to have any breathing trouble during the trial whatsoever. And maybe if Donald Trump hadn't slept through half the damn trial, he'd understand that, okay, yeah, this is not rigged at all. I'm kind of screwed. But he was off in his little dream world getting some REM sleep, and the trial proceeded without him being conscious for it. But he wants his base to understand that, yes, I'm going to be convicted, but it's not because of what I did. It's because everything else in this country is rigged against me. It's everybody, the world against Donald Trump, and I'm still standing tall. And I'm going to fight it, and eventually I'm going to win. Maybe, but it's not rigged. And you probably will be convicted of something, and your base will always believe it was rigged against you. It's those average voters out there, the moderates, the independents, those people aren't buying any of your rigged talking points. And if you get convicted, they've made it clear you'll never get their vote. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.